Right, now to developing news. Days after a global IT outage grounded thousands of flights, the struggle to make it home continues. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Corey Smith.
And I'm Priscilla Casper. As a result of those ongoing issues, the federal government has opened up an investigation into how Delta has been treating its passengers. Our NBC 10's Jericho Tran joining us live from Logan Airport, where she's been speaking with stranded passengers who've been there for several days now. Jericho.
Oh, yeah, they've been here for several days, and so have all of these suitcases here. I'm actually with a passenger who just returned from Seattle, Robert here. You've been trying to get back from Seattle for 4 days now. How does it feel to finally be back?
Happy.
How does
Very
it
happy.
Describe your trip for me?
Well, Saturday morning we went to the airport at 7 a.m. and waited there until 4 in the afternoon when they released us. After they released us, you have to find your hotel, rent a car, and then we are coming back for a Sunday night flight, but then it disappears off my app.
So it took you days to get back.
That's right. Today we just got back right now, so it's 4 days to get back. So we've been living out of backpacks and hotels, but we made the most of it. We called it an adventure.
And while some passengers are coming back, there's still other travelers trying to return home.
It's expensive and it's frustrating and it's stressful.
The birthday trip to Greece for these twin sisters has left a stain on their travel expectations.
But we both have work commitments and deadlines that we are supposed to be there for.
The duo expected their Delta Airlines flight to leave back home to Minneapolis 2 days ago.
If our flight is canceled tonight, we're likely sleeping in the airport.
Tanya and her sister Tammy are not alone. There's a lot of questions swirling around at airports across the country as travelers attempt to rebook flights and recuperate money spent after airlines grounded thousands of flights on one of the busiest travel weekends of the summer.
And when you look at this outage happening on a Friday, that is a very, very busy travel day.
Throughout the weekend, Delta grounded over 4,600 flights between Friday and Sunday.
Delta has said that the airline would reimburse customers for expenses they incur as a result of flight disruptions.
Now Delta Airlines faces an investigation from the Department of Transportation.
They comped us a hotel night, which we needed 2 nights already, so I'm not sure how the process will be to get our money back for the second night.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg announcing the investigation, saying our department will leverage the full extent of our investigation and enforcement power to ensure the rights of Delta's passengers are upheld.
It's the peak of summer travel season, so flights being available is not a guarantee right now.
And as the journey for travelers to try and get home continues, we reached out to Delta. They say that they are trying to offer meal vouchers, hotel accommodations, and trying to assist with travel and also provide Delta Sky Miles where they can. But that's the very latest here at Logan Airport. Jericho Tran, NBC 10 Boston.
Yeah, the Department of Transportation now investigating how Delta is treating passengers affected by canceled and delayed flights as the airline struggles to recover from the outage. The Atlanta-based airline has canceled more flights than any of its competitors. It's led to long lines at airports across the country like this. So what should you do if you're scheduled to travel on Delta in the coming days? Well, ABC 10 consumer investigative reporter Leslie Gatiss is here with some guidance. Leslie?
Looking at that video from the airport, you're probably wondering, what do I do? You know, Delta Airlines is typically at the top of the heap for customer service and on-time performance, which means that no airline is really safe from avoiding an unexpected situation like this. If you are holding a Delta ticket for upcoming travel, you may want to move on to Plan B. There is no telling how long these disruptions will linger.
If you're traveling in the near future on Delta, maybe later today or even tomorrow, it might be worth taking advantage of the fact that most ticket types don't have change fees and making alternate plans. There was a waiver in place for Delta passengers, and that might be worth calling the airline to see if you can still take advantage of that, meaning that you do not have to pay any additional fees, change fees, fare differences, none of that, to be able to make alternate arrangements for a different day.
If you chance it, or if you have been impacted by the Delta cancellations already, make sure you keep all of your receipts to submit to the airline for reimbursement. Also, many credit card companies reimburse for expenses that stem from cancellations, including lost luggage and food and lodging. So check with the card you use to pay for your travel and see if it will offer you anything. And if you have a complaint with how you were treated by Delta through all of this, file a complaint with the Department of Transportation as they investigate this situation. And we have a link for you to do that on our website. Leslie Gatus, NBC 10 Boston.